From Newsweek, Trump admin sending Taliban $45 million sparks Republican backlash. The Trump administration reportedly sent $45 million in cash to Afghanistan, landing in Taliban hands via the central bank, sparking backlash from Republicans. Tennessee Rep. Tim Burchett slammed the move, pushing his bill to stop U.S. tax dollars funding the Taliban, calling it a weekly issue. Anti-Taliban figure Amrullah Saleh revealed the freshly printed cash arrived by charter flight amid claims the U.S. has sent over $5 billion recently. Inspector General John Sopko admitted he couldn't guarantee U.S. aid isn't funding the Taliban, despite funds meant for Afghan civilians. From ABC News, Admiral ousted by Hegseth talks to lawmakers. Admiral Alvin Halsey, removed from his Latin America command, met privately with lawmakers about a September boat strike that killed 2 survivors deliberately. Halsey had raised concerns with Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth. He's retiring after 37 years amid calls for full video release of the strike. Republicans like Senators Tom Tillis and Josh Hawley pushed for public video to ensure transparency, saying it would clarify conflicting accounts. Top lawmakers also grilled Trump's national security team on the strike's legality during a briefing on the new national security strategy. From NBC News, ICE raided a Minnesota home arresting 4 and frightening U.S. citizens, family says. ICE agents raided a Burnsville, Minnesota home arresting 4 people, including a couple leaving their 7-year-old son without parents. The couple was followed from a grocery store. Agents entered without a warrant per family, scaring U.S. citizen relatives upstairs. Agents pointed guns, took phones, but released citizens after ID checks. A pregnant woman now cares for 3 kids alone. The city acknowledged the raid created community fear. ICE hasn't commented, and it's unclear if all arrested are related. From Raw Story, Hegseth mocked as he unveils future of warfare, and it immediately fails. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth unveiled GenAI.mil, putting AI like Google Gemini in military hands to boost lethality. The site failed immediately for public access, with users reporting connection errors and overload issues. Online backlash mocked the failure, questioning if it could handle real threats if it crashes under civilian traffic. Pentagon clarified it's military only via keycard, despite the public announcement, leading to more confusion. From the New York Post, feds pepper spray angry crowd in Somali neighborhood of Minneapolis following $1 billion Minnesota scammer scandal. Federal agents pepper sprayed a crowd blocking their vehicles in Minneapolis's Somali neighborhood during ID checks. Council member Jamal Osman said agents raided restaurants, demanding IDs, finding only citizens, no arrests there. At a senior housing complex, locals blew whistles and confronted agents who used pepper spray. 1 U.S. citizen was briefly detained. This follows Trump's end to temporary protected status for Somalis and his garbage comment amid a crackdown netting criminals. From Hindustan Times, doesn't have the intellect too. Candace Owens fires back at Tim Pool's explosive rant, calls him less than a man. Candace Owens hit back at Tim Pool's rant, calling him lacking intellect, weak, and less than a man for his attacks. Pool called Owens a scumbag, accused her of lies, and implying he benefited from Charlie Kirk's assassination. Owens said Pool's behavior shows estrogen, not toughness, and he's blaming her for personal issues like business pressure. The spat stems from claims conservatives fear criticizing Owens post-Kirk's death. Pool hasn't replied yet. And as always, thank you for the like, comment, and subscription.